Is it working? I hope so. Oh, hello, YouTube people, or whatever I'm supposed to call you guys. I really don't know. Yay! It's all popping up. Uh, so we're winging this as we go. Yeah, this is like very much winging it as we go. Hold on, I gotta pull it up on my phone to see if anything's actually working. Can I not? Uh, God, why does my phone hate me? Yeah, it's like really cold outside. Like, okay, so I live in the state of Texas, and if you haven't been keeping up with like weather in the state, everybody is freaking out because it is supposed to be, and I quote, another snowpocalypse. Yeah, it's supposed to be like freezing over right now. Right? Supposed to be. Put that in quotation marks, people. Um, yeah, it's just supposed to be like unnaturally cold right now, and I don't know why people were freaking out. There's no reason to. Like, stores were sold out of things. Like, I've seen things on TikTok that would make people go, weird, right? But it's so weird and random to me that there is like everybody's like freaking out right now for no reason, for no reason, for no reason, mind you, for no reason. So I don't know what we're gonna do today. I have no idea at all. Let me just pop that down. Yes, I have my stream on my phone popped up. So that's why I'm like incommunicado with y'all for a minute. Oh God, what are we doing today, people? What are we doing today? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not too sure what we're gonna play, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna talk about. But I can tell you this: I have to figure out how this microphone works. Hopefully that works, and I can be heard from a distance now. I hope I can be heard from a distance now. Yeah, so hopefully I can be heard from a distance. Figure out how this microphone works. Okay, well, I know how the microphone works. Hopefully that works. Like how you can hear it in the background. It's funny. Alright, so Yes, I am messing with the... Hang on. Alright, hopefully that makes me sound not like I'm 50 feet away. And more like I'm like 2 feet away. Hopefully. I don't know. I don't know at all. I'm muting the mic again because I need a second to do something that I should have done before. Okay. Now I gotta do the thing again where I pull my stream up on YouTube on my phone so that I can actually hear if it sounds really crappy or not. Because if it sounds crappy from where it is, okay. So that wire is not long enough. Is this one gonna be long enough to reach to the other side on my desk? No, no, it's not. Okay. Look, I got allergy problems, people. Look, I got allergy problems, people. It's cold. So. We're figuring it out as we go, guys. Look, I got allergy problems. Alright, everything's working out, it should be. I feel pretty attainable with the way that everything sounds. I like everything so far. I'm missing something. To be able to see and read chat on my phone would be nice, right? Come on. Come on. Because I have no events. Okay. So, I think we should... I got a friend's power who's out right now, and they have reptiles. So, if I end up, like, not talking, it's because I'm checking in on them and their reptiles right now. And I swiped that away. Wow, I'm so stupid. I make horrible decisions in life. I've made a lot of horrible decisions in life. Made a lot. God, you know what? We're playing Fortnite. Yeah. I don't play Fortnite on mouse and keyboard, by the way, so if it looks really bad, if it's a really bad game, my fault. I will quite literally chalk that up to being my fault. Because, okay. The last time I played mouse and keyboard Fortnite was um whenever Spider-Man was in the Battle Pass, which is kind of the only character I play as in this game. So it's gonna be a really fun adventure for us because I suck at mouse and keyboard. So this is either gonna be a really fun time for us. Well, I say us like I'm playing with people. Or it's gonna be a really horrible time. We're gonna find out together though on today's adventure of not who's that Pokemon. Sorry, my dog's looking at me like I'm like entirely stupid. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting time, an interesting stream, an interesting all of it. If Fortnite actually works, because it took me so long last night to get it to even like function. And I'm not saying like it's gonna like function or anything. But I hope it functions. I really do hope it functions because like it wasn't fun last night being up for like till like I wanna say like one, maybe close to close to 1:30. And yeah, I was just like up till like 1 in the morning, like trying to get this game to work. Like, or not work, but like properly function to where I could play it if I wanted to. Which we're gonna play it, and you're gonna see probably the worst Fortnite game you have ever seen in your life. So hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it actually works, and everything works out like I wanted to. Because we're gonna play solo, and I'm probably gonna have to mess with settings. So you'll get to watch that fun part too. Aha! Huzzah, people! Do I have everything in here that I need where I don't have to leave my room? It's so funny that I have my stream popped up on the in the background. I don't know if the game audio is gonna come through because I'm not too sure. I highly doubt y'all want to hear me blow my nose. But I'm gonna do it anyway. anyways. Because it's going to be funny and it's comical. Wow, that sucked. There goes the freight train that I normally can make sound. Okay. I moved my phone closer to the mic. I moved my phone closer to the mic. And my, because I have the stream popped up on my phone. Oh my god, the train will it shut up. But open that. Loading chat as it likes to constantly say, because I want chat to pop up on my phone. I pretty much have the stream only popped up on my phone right now because one, I don't have a second monitor, and two, yeah, I really don't have a two for that. I just don't have a second monitor. Yeah, so you're gonna hear a lot of clicking of my keyboard because that's what my keyboard sounds like. So hopefully this works. Hopefully we don't have to sit there and play Fall Guys because I have not played Fall Guys. Oh god, when's the last time I played Fall Guys? You gotta be kidding me. Launching it because I'm like very determined to sit here and play this game and talk to y'all. Relaunch to see if it works because oh, okay, y'all can hear the audio. That's quite literally all I was worried about, if the game audio could be heard. Okay, so we're gonna sit here and try to get this game to open up and work, and if we can, then we're gonna go on a private server of GTA Online and play some GTA Online on my PC, which, look, if I can get my Xbox version of GTA Online to work on this, I would, because I have so much more hours on that game, on my Xbox version of this game, because of the Xbox version of that game, because, you know, spend a lot of hours in that game without realizing it. And it's kind of funny sometimes because you never really know, like, how long you're spending, what you're doing sometimes. And sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's not. But, you toss it up. But, um, yeah, no, like, I tried all last night to get this game to work, and I got it to work. I should have just streamed last night, but I was supposed to wake up early in the morning so I can be able to call somebody to make sure that they got home safe from dropping somebody off at work or whatever. I forgot what it was. I was really tired. Still kind of am tired. I need a monster. I don't need it. I want a monster so bad right now. Like, an energy drink would be, like, very bueno to me right now. Or bonita or whatever. No, bonita means pretty. Bueno is the right word. Bueno. Be very bueno. Very bueno. Buenos noches. Whatever. Okay. Bro, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna rage. Because, like I said, I got it to work last night. Mess with the settings that I needed to mess with. And now it's not wanting to work. Which is a little irritating to me. You're gonna hear my dog in the background. I'm sorry. Like, oh, I didn't get all the settings that I needed to mess with last night. I got, like, the being able to play the game settings working and all that, but I didn't get, like, the recording part of it all set up. We're gonna have a great time. I hope this is. I hope this goes good. It actually works, or, I guess I'm getting on Fall Guys, and, y'all are gonna see me mess with the settings there, and whatever. I can't play Fall Guys. I haven't signed in to anything on my Fall Guys stuff. Unless y'all want to see a moron play Black Ops 1 Zombies on this thing. Because I know I can get Black Ops to run on this. I gotta mess with my chair. Or shrink all the way down. this works. This better work. This better work. This better work. This better work. And like I said, I apologize for the clicking of the keyboard that you will hear and the clicking of the mouse. Cause like y'all, it shouldn't have no problem signing in. Like it gets stuck. It gets stuck at this little part down here. Little part down here. Tally. Oh my god, every time I think of Tally from South Park, the only thing I can think of is the voice stem of him saying, so I've never seen South Park, which surprises a lot of people that I know because South Park looks like something that I would watch. But like I said, I've never seen South Park. But the only thing I can remember from South Park, like voice stem wise, from Tally, is him walking up to everybody, to everybody, like Kenny and all of them, and quite literally saying, "You want to get high? Want to get high? Want to get high?" Like, oh my god, like, South Park is so funny that, oh my god. Okay. You know what? We're not gonna relaunch it. How about that? We're gonna go into the Epic Games launcher and launch it from the Epic Games launcher. Let's see if it works from the Epic Games launcher because this was not a part of the plan. The plan was to sit here and play Fortnite and talk to y'all. But now we gotta go through the Epic Games Store / launcher just for it to be able to work, hopefully. I don't get to see what's in my stuff. Oh yeah, we're about to get this in. Oh wait, why am I doing that? I can just launch the game. Yes, this says an egregious amount of time playing it. An egregious amount of time. Y'all should see my Call of Duty, my Call of Duty stats. Well, not stats, you don't want to see those. But you should see like how long I have on Call of Duty. I think on my Xbox, my Call of Duty says, like, in total, I've played Call of Duty for 17 days. Yeah. This better work. If this doesn't work, then we're gonna play the lovely Black Ops 1 and sit here and play zombies. Yeah. So it's gonna either be a really fun time, like I said before, Call of Duty Zombies on mouse and keyboard. So, but no. So, like I was saying before though, about where I live. I live in Texas, and right now, everybody in this state is like freaking out and losing their minds because they're like, because everybody thinks that it's gonna snow and freeze over again. So, okay, I don't know if anybody else but me probably remembers this, but do y'all remember when, like, it was a couple years ago that it just like snowed for, I want to say, like a week straight. Like, it was a week straight that it snowed. Hang on, my dog wants out. I just racked my knee. Well, not racked my knee. I don't know. Is that the proper word to use? Like, I just, like, smacked my knee, bro, on my desk. That was not fun. But, like, no, y'all remember, like, I want to say it was 2021, maybe 2022. But it was, like, a good, decent amount of time ago from when, like, the whole, like, snowpocalypse or whatever it was happened. And, like, hang on. And, like, okay, so I remember when it, like, snowed egregiously. And it was okay, so I was still in high school when this happened. And it was funny to me because this was during COVID, the time where, we all were at home doing school online. And I found it hilarious that they canceled online school. They canceled online school. Don't get me wrong, a lot of my teachers didn't have, like, power or anything, so that made sense because, you need internet to do Zoom calls to be able to teach a class and all that. But it was the funniest thing to me because, like, because, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I passed Algebra 2. I didn't even pass Algebra 2. I had to take, like, a mini course online through the school to be able to even pass it and say, hey, I graduated with Algebra 2 or whatever. Um, but it was funny because, like, I remember my Algebra 2 teacher. I cannot remember his name to save my life right now. And I don't even want to. I didn't really like the guy. He was weird. Very weird to me. But, it's just people. People are weird in general. Anyways, like, he he like made sure that we all passed that day. Like, I remember there was supposed to be a test and everything, like, and I was so happy. I was so happy that he let us pass. I didn't study for the test. I never study for tests. I never did. I never will. It's just not my style. I don't study. But, like, I've never been the one to be like, hey, I'm gonna study for this test. Like, no. I'm not studying for a test. Like, if I pass it, I pass it. That's quite literally always been my mindset when it comes to, like, passing tests or anything like that. Like, it's but it was so weird because, like, I was like, what are we supposed to do, like, all day? Because I had power. Like, I remember that. Like, I had power for the whole week. Like, it wasn't like I would text friends of mine and call them and be like, "Hey, do y'all have power?" And they're like, "No, we don't have power." You know, I wasn't trying to rub it in people's faces that I had power, but they'd ask me and be like, "Ew, you got power?" It's like, yeah, I got power still. Like, my power's still on. Like, I had like a good handful of friends of mine ask me, "Can I come over to your house? Cause you have power?" And I was like, "Bro, can you even move through the snow?" Cause there was snow that went up to not to my knee. It wasn't like that deep of snow, but like I'm five, like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in that range. I have I have not gone to the doctor and done like the whole like I haven't done a physical in a minute, so I don't know how tall I am and all that good junk. But like it was like up to like my calf. That's how like much snow there was. And this was like before I had a dog and all that. But it was so weird to cancel school when that happened. And like every year now, when like the weather says that it's gonna snow, everybody in Texas freaks out. Like everybody freaks out. Like I get it. We had like one bad experience with the snow. Like one bad experience. We're not prepared for snow. Like the state is not properly prepared for snow. And like I don't blame the people that aren't prepared for snow, cause like I'm not even prepared for if it snows. Like what am I supposed to do if it snows? Like there's nothing I can do if it snows. So it's like like it like like in my mind it's like it's just snow. But I also remember that my mom's car didn't want to turn over because of how cold it was. So it's like, yeah, it's snow, but it also affects so much in everybody's daily life, which I don't understand how people from like New York and New Jersey and all of the original 13 colonies or whatever survive because like how do y'all do it? Because it's always so cold. It's always like every winter there's like some like weird natural disaster blizzard coming through there. Like I couldn't live in those states like that. That like when it snows. Like I'm good with snow. Don't get me wrong. I can do snow. I don't mind having like snow for like a month or so. But if I can't move, go places, go to HEB or be able to go to Walmart and all that, then I'm not a big fan of the snow because I have a friend who moved here from Jersey to Texas, and the first year he was here, he was driving and he told me, he was like, "Man, I don't know how y'all aren't prepared for snow." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, I was driving on the highway and everybody was pulled off to the side of the road." I was like, "Well, yeah, we don't have snow tires." And he just started laughing at me, and I was like, "What are you laughing at?" And he was like, "How are y'all not prepared for it?" It's like, dude, it never snows here that bad to where we have to like freak out. Like everybody is freaking out too because our lovely governor and mayor. I don't know what's Ted Cruz in this state. Does anybody know? Probably not. I don't know. All I know is that he's weird or supposed to be weird. I don't know. I don't pay attention to politics. Only when it matters. So, I never really try to pay attention to it. But, oh my god. Okay, we're playing Fortnite. Not Fortnite. We're Call of Duty it is. Or Assassin's Creed. No, Call of Duty. So, so everybody has come to the realization, though, in Texas, that if he's a senator, that's what he is. I think Ted Cruz is still a senator. That is so off topic. Sort of on topic still. But, like, everybody's come to the realization, if Ted Cruz goes, like, leaves the state, it's gonna be really bad. I think he left the state. I think he left the state this year. I think. I don't know. Not too sure. But, like, I'm fairly certain he left the state. Fairly certain he left the state. Because there is no way that it is gonna snow as bad as it did in, like, 2021 or 2022. I don't remember when it was. But, okay. I definitely know this is gonna work. Ooh. Yes, we're on my Steam. Okay, so it says it's running, but I don't see it. Oh, this is what happens when you have a PC that's like... Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop it, and then we're gonna start it from here. I could re-download Star Wars The Old Republic, but I highly doubt anybody wants to watch an unemployed 22-year-old sit there and play a game that's like... I don't know how old Star Wars The Old Republic is. Let's look and see how old it is. Can we actually see how old this game is? Through Steam? Or is this a Google situation? It don't matter. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the good times. The good times. You're gonna hear a lot of me doing random accents. Does anybody know how to mod? Not, well, yeah, like, mod Black Ops 1? Because I don't have all the DLCs for Black Ops 1. I only have, like, the base game. And, you know, it'd be nice to... Oh, that one hurt. Like, it'd be nice to be able to put mods on this game and play it like that. With, like, mods and everything. Because we all just got flashbanged by that. That was not nice. It was very bueno or bonita or whatever. That wasn't very nice of my PC to flashbang me. Thank you, computer. This might be the crappiest stream ever. Because I can't get anything to work. Like, I didn't read that. I just threw my hands up. Oh God. I can't read that off of my phone. What am I doing?
You said it was Cuba. What happened in Cuba?
If it's that loud on my phone, then that'd be egregiously loud for y'all. To be fair, I have my phone cranked up all the way. Sound.
Was Castro involved?
We're turning the music down. Game. We're not gonna have the subtitles on. Control.
Anything. Something. Try harder.
Is that what it looks like? You know? Like, really small?
I know when you're lying.
Okay. We gotta mess with settings, people. We gotta mess with settings. Hopefully everything is gonna work like I want it to. Hopefully it pops up bigger for y'all, and not just this small little corner.
Why did you do it, Mason? Why?
Why'd you do it, Mason? Why? The numbers, Mason. What do the numbers mean? Hang on. We're gonna play zombies, people. Don't worry. We're gonna play zombies. I'm just looking at my phone to make sure, you know, it's the size that I need it to be.
Why did you trust him? Why did you trust him? You said it was Cuba. What happened in Cuba? Why did you do it, Mason? Why?
Trying to get it to where it's not like a tiny like screen for y'all.
You said it was Cuba. What happened in Cuba? Why did you do it, Mason? Why?
Is that still so loud for y'all? That is still really loud.
The numbers, Mason.
The numbers.
What do they mean? The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Okay, hopefully this works.
Why did you trust him?
Hopefully my PC doesn't like freak out and have a spastic attack. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
stop all this now.
Probably not. I'm probably not allowed to say that. I didn't think messing up the settings in this game was gonna take that long. Hopefully that makes it big enough for y'all. Maybe it's the aspect ratio.
You can stop all this now. It's up to you, Mason. It's all up to you.
Wide gonna look like.
It's up to you, Mason. It's all up to you. How can you be sure you know what really happened?
Okay, let's try this one. Cause like it's not filling out all of the screen. I know it's not for anybody. So I'm trying to get it to where it fills up all the screen and everything can still be like visible.
Be sure you know what really happened. We're running out of time.
Okay, let's try standard.
We're running out of time. You just have to remember.
It's just that like one little black box that I don't like. You know what? We're gonna leave it on auto. We're just gonna leave it on auto.
Focus, Mason.
Well, it's gonna look really bad, but it's like
You know
the
why
best
we're
I
here.
can do, guys. Yeah, so got a choice between Kino Dirk Toten or 5. I'm not sitting here playing Dead Ops. Alright. Entry 7120 Goma. Yeah, I mean, if you've played zombies before, then you know. Oh wait, that's why I can't hear anything. Okay, I'm not listening to all that. Alright. So. Oh my god.
Power, 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 power. It's always the first priority.
So. We're gonna get quick revive.
For the revival of the unfittest.
Start the game. This mouse, my mouse sensitivity is still so high. Still feels so high. is my knife button? Melee is V? That is so far away. I need melee to be on a different one. What about Q? Q works, because Q is right by W, okay. No, I didn't expect for this game to actually look that good. But no, we are probably going to die a horrible death in this game. Horrible. Ignore the... Ignore the symbols of... Hey, I didn't know, oh my god, there's so many of them. And this... The sensitivity still feels so bad. Yeah, I didn't know Mule Kick was like, oh, that feels a little better. I didn't know Mule Kick was... I thought I needed the, I thought I needed all of the... I don't know the grenade button in my game, in this either, oh my god. Oh my god, streamer doesn't know his key layout. Okay. That is actually pretty uncomfortable for it. God, okay, so... I'm not a bad Call of Duty Zombies player, I'll put it at that. But, no, like, the snow, like, the whole snow thing was, it's just... Okay, I don't need that up anymore. I feel like y'all can barely hear me because of how loud this game is. Oh, we're gonna crank the master volume to like right there. Hopefully that makes it better for y'all to be able to hear me. Ah, I'm missing every shot. I'm out of ammo. Don't die, don't die. No. Okay. Yeah, this is Black Ops 1 where, you know, where it truly is a two-hit down system. Train again. You know what? No. Stabbing. Richtofen in these old games used to be so funny. Is this what it feels like to play Call of Duty on the Wii? Or like... Because Call of Duty on the Wii had to be egregious back in the day. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore the fact that I missed those like first two shots. Don't die, don't die. Reload. Just... Bro, why does he keep like... I don't want it to... I think I have messed with my settings, guys, more than I've actually played this game. Oh my god, I don't want it as anything. I'll have it as... Okay, well, first of all, attack needs to be that. Idiot. sprint key for this. I need a sprint key. I need a sprint key. Okay, hold on, guys. This should be the last change, if anything. Is E being used for anything? If E is not being used for anything, then E is going to be my new sprint key. Okay. That's like a lot more comfortable feeling. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to rack up some points. We're going to rack up some points, and then we're going to go here. Down here. Then we're gonna go all the way there, turn the power on, and then hopefully be able to pack a punch. If we can't pack a punch, then it's fine. But, like, no, I remember during, like, the whole, like, Snowmageddon or Apocalypse or whatever people wanted to call it. Like, people freaking out for, like, absolutely no reason. No reason. I know I keep talking about the snow and everything. I like snow. I think snow is nice. Snow, like snow can be nice. And of course the mystery box is in here. Speed cola. Might just, how much is an MP5? Oh wow. I'm gonna pick up the MP5 after this. Assuming I don't die first. You know what? Grenade! Get away, get away, get away! Of course they turned into crawlers. I'm dead. I died. That was a waste of a quick revive. A very bad waste of one. Hang on, guys. I gotta make sure this is still going. Still going? That makes so much more sense. Okay, that needs to stay there. The game capture though needs to. Okay, whatever. It's not gonna let me do what I want it to do. It's fine, whatever. I don't care. I could care less right now. The stakeout is not what I want. Oh no. I lost my... I thought I switched weapons. What a bad turn of events. Okay, this is a really bad turn of events. Because I wanted to keep the MP, not the MP5, but the, I don't know the name of the weapon. I don't know the name of the weapon. I don't know the name of the weapon at all. I can't remember the name of the weapon. You know what? We gotta go back for a quick revive anyway, so we get to go see what the name of the weapon is.
No ammo is no fun.
Because I forgot. I think it's the M14.
I can hit more
Yes.
than one at a time.
We're dead. We're dead. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked, guys. We're cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. Yep. Round 5. I never make it that far in Black Ops 1. I'm more of a Black Ops 3 person anyways. But, yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm more of a Black Ops 3 person. Black Ops 3 plays so much better. And, like, okay, so I have a controller for this.
Yeah, the power needs to be turned on.
Did it quit? Oh no, because I keep hitting resume game. What an idiot. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, guys. I have a controller.
You said it was Cuba. What happened in Cuba?
Wait, I have two. Wait. I don't need this controller. So I have like this. I have an Afterglow controller and all that, but I'm not gonna use it because it's gonna take me like an hour and a half to set it up, and I really don't think y'all want to be sitting there waiting for like an hour and a half to set up the controller. But I do have like a normal, like classic looking like 360 controller. So hopefully it works. I'm not properly set up for this if you all couldn't tell.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Controls, gamepad enabled.
You killed him, Mason. You did. No one else. Just you.
Oh my god, I still gotta use my mouse for this. Okay. What? Okay, so as long as this controller functions like I want it to. Okay, we got a controller now, boys. And we're my favorite character, we're Nikolai Belinsky.
I think Dempsey is right. It is a bit fishy.
Yeah, we're like my favorite character in Call of Duty Zombies. It's Nikolai, so this should be like a way better game. Now, we're gonna have a lot more fun. And you know, this is gonna be a lot easier on your boy. Because, like I said, I don't play keyboard and mouse. Well, that sensitivity is so high. That sensitivity is too high. We'll leave it at 4, see if that's... The sensitivity still feels too high. I'll put it at 3, see if 3 works for me. But no, so like I play so many games. I play so many different games, like Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat. I play. Um, okay. I used to. I used to play the 2K basketball series, but like my stepdad he constantly beats me in that game, so I don't play it anymore. Like I can't bring myself to play it anymore because oh my god. You know what? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign that we shouldn't be playing this anymore. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna quit this out fully in general. Unplug this and plug the Afterglow in because the Afterglow's got better stick feeling. But like I said, I play like the. And we're gonna constantly keep messing with these. No, it's it's a problem for me when I play 2K with him. And I say it's a problem not because oh, it's a problem to play him. No, it's a problem to play him because I can't beat him. I cannot beat this man in 2K. I can't beat him. There's not many games that I can beat him in. If I beat him in Mortal Kombat, that's just because I got lucky. And he'll tell me, well, you got lucky. No, it's a problem to play him because I can't beat him. And that's the truth. When I beat him in Mortal Kombat, it is because I got lucky. And I mean, it's the truth. I got lucky. But you don't gotta rub it in the face of me being lucky. Like, like, I don't need it, rubbed in the face. You got lucky beating me in Call of Duty. I mean, he can't beat me in Call of Duty. That's, the one game he will not be able to ever beat me in. He can keep telling himself that, oh, I can beat you in Call of Duty. I'm sorry. There's not too many people that can, there's not too many people that can, vest me in Call of Duty. Like, I'm not trying to, say, I'm, god tier or anything at Call of Duty. I'm not trying to put myself, on that, upper echelon palette of, I'm good at this. But I'm really good at Call of Duty, and I will stick to that till the day I Call of Duty other than Black Ops 7 I play. And okay, let me just say this about Black Ops 7. I understand where people are coming from when they're it's a bad game. it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's really not a bad game. It's not a bad game at all. It's it's really not a bad game. And like I give it to Treyarch. I give it to Treyarch for trying their hardest. They tried. They really tried. And like I said, I don't think Black Ops 7 is a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game at all. But to sit there and like not give us fans what we really want, because okay, so Black Ops 7 is supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops 2. And if you've ever played Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2 is till this day one of the greatest Call of Duties on the planet. Like there is no if, there's no ands, there's no buts in my opinion. There will be no game ever to other than maybe Black Ops 3, like zombies wise. Well, Black Ops 3 is like the best game to play Call of Duty Zombies on. It's the best zombies game, best version of zombies that you could get. But there is no way that, because, okay, so if you've ever played the main campaign for Black Ops 2, the main campaign for Black Ops 2, it works on a like a choose your own path system in certain parts of it, where you can choose whether this person dies or this person lives, or you get to go this route or go that route. Like it's a whole big ordeal. Well, not really a whole big ordeal, but the choices you make in that game decide how the game goes. But there's there's choices in that game that you can't take back. And I don't know if it's supposed and I don't know if Black Ops 7 is supposed to be exactly a prequel or if it's supposed to be an exact sequel, because there's so many characters in that game that are in Black Ops 7 that are still alive that you end up killing off in Black Ops 2 in the main story. So that and it makes no sense. And the story, oh my, oh good lord, don't get me started on the story for that game. Do not get me started on the story for that game. The story for Black Ops 7, I haven't played it. I refuse to play it if I own the game. If I ever own the game fully. I refuse to play it. I refuse to acknowledge the story. Because the story is so dumb in that game that it is absolutely horrendous. It's horrendously stupid. It is horrendously stupid. It is a stupid story. Like, whoever decided that that was how the story of Black Ops 7, like the campaign wise, is gonna go, they must have been really lazy. Because, okay, if we go down the line of Treyarch games, of the, of the, of the campaign, let's go down the line of the campaign. Okay, so we have World of Wars campaign. World of Wars campaign was all about, World War II. And, you went through a handful of different people throughout that war. Then, you go to Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is all about Mason trying to, the numbers, Mason, the numbers. You know, it's all about that. You go to the campaign for Black Ops 2. It's all about Raul. I just totally butchered his first name. Mendez. It's all about Mendez. It's all about how Mason got uh Mason got messed up by Mendez, and how Frank Woods got messed up by Mendez, and how um Mason's son, which I don't remember his name. That's how that's how much Black Ops 7 is messed up. My ability to remember certain characters' names. But Like Black Ops 7, I mean Black Ops 2, it was all about Mendez and Mason's son getting his revenge, or at least in my opinion. Then there's Black Ops 3's campaign. Train Go Boom. That's all I gotta say about that campaign. It's quite literally all I remember from that campaign is Train Go Boom. Black Ops 4, it didn't have a campaign because Fortnite, this game, Fortnite, was so popular at the time that they were just like, we don't need it. There's no need for a campaign. It messed up the multiplayer experience so bad because the multiplayer back in the day was like a way to like further the story sometimes. And then what was the next one? Then there was Cold War. The campaign was all about Perseus, if I'm not mistaken. And was it Adler? I think his name was Adler. Yeah, it was Adler. And Adler trying to, piece together Perseus, and you had that operator named Bell. I don't think he was an operator. I think he was just a random character, or it was a random character, because in that game you could choose whether it was male, female, or they or them or whatever. But it was all about like Adler and Bell trying to figure out who Perseus was and stop Perseus, and it was all about the Cuban Missile Crisis and all of that. Then you go to Black Ops 6, yeah. Then you go to 6, and 6 was all about Actually, I don't know what Six's campaign was. I haven't finished. I never finished Black Ops 6's campaign, and but then you go to Black Ops 7 where it's just what are we doing? Like, the zombies in that game is so much like the Treyarch zombies is so much easier for me to explain. Like, I could quite literally sit here for hours explaining it. Like, okay, I'll do a rough summary of all of them. So World of War was just like setting up zombies. There was real no, in my opinion, no storylines until Derice came out. When Derice came out, that's when like the story for like Call of Duty Zombies fully came together. And then you go to Black Ops One where it's then you go to Black Ops One Zombies where it's um Richtofen trying to you know take over the world and all that. In my opinion, that's pretty much all Black Ops One Zombies is just Richtofen showing that he is an evil German Nazi scientist that wants to rule the world with an iron fist or whatever. And then you go to but then you go to Black Ops 2, and at the aftermath of the last map of Black Ops 1 called Moon, you get to see the aftermath of what happened, because at the end of the Easter egg for that map, you end up because you're on the moon and you end up shooting like I think it's missiles or like nuclear missiles to the Earth, and that sets up transit. So transit is the transit crew. It's Misty, Stuhlinger, and Russman. Misty, Stuhlinger, Russman. I can't remember the last guy. Marlton. And those guys. And it's all about how one of them, I think it's Stuhlinger. I haven't played the I've not played Black Ops 2 Zombies in a minute to remember all of it, but or remember who is who and who has certain abilities. But I think it's Stuhlinger. We're gonna say Stuhlinger. Stuhlinger was used to be, because the Earth. Okay, so the Earth in Black Ops 2 is like, or with the transit crew is supposed to be like all messed up. Like it's a wasteland. There's like pools of lava in places that you wouldn't expect pools of lava and all that. But anyways, and the human race, barely like a handful of the human race survived, if you would. And are you kidding me? We're gonna retry why I'm explaining this, but like Stonewinder used to be a part of this like group that like ate zombie flesh, and he gained this ability to be able to hear voices, and the voices that he heard, or the voice that he heard, was Edward Richtofen, and Richtofen would was like telling him, yeah, it was Samuel, because he would be like Sammy and everything. But how do I turn my thing off? Wait, I can't see the. But like he would ask him to. If anybody knows why I said Sammy like I did, if you've ever seen probably not a lot of people have seen this movie, but there's a movie called Sinners, or probably a lot of people seen it because it's supposed to have like so many Oscars right now. But that character says Sammy to one of the people in that movie. I haven't seen Sinners. I don't really know what it's all about. I thought it was just like a vampire cult movie or whatever. But where am I going with this? No, but like he would quite literally tell Samuel like, "Hey, like I need you to do this and do that so that um so that the so that I can have a body again." Is pretty much all he wanted. He wanted a body. Well, because his mind was trapped in um he was controlling the zombies. He was inside of the MPD and all that. That's a story for another time. The MPD is like a giant pyramid on the moon, and there was this chick named, or this little girl named Samantha Maxis, and she was trapped, and she was pretty much in control of the zombies until Black Ops 2. But you know, and I already forgot what I sort of forgot where I was going with this. Oh, but Samuel has this ability to like hear Richtofen, and he like Richtofen was taking them down like this like fetch quest to be able to put his mind back into a body and all that, and have like full control of like more control of the zombies than what he has and all that. But there's two sides to that story though. There's the Richtofen side and the Maxis side. I know more about the Richtofen side than the Maxis side. At the end of because it's really loud for me. But at the end of but the well, at the end of the transit cruise story, it ends with this map called Buried. Now, Buried, you have two choices. You can either, fully go down the Richtofen side or fully go down the Maxis side. Maxis just wants his daughter, which is Samantha Maxis, to, he just wants her to be back. And he'll do anything to get his daughter back. Even if that means trapping Richtofen's body into a zombie, which is what happens at the end of that story. Or the end of that side of the Easter egg. If you do the Easter egg for that, he traps Richtofen's body into a zombie, and Richtofen's permanently a zombie. But if you go down the Richtofen side, which I believe is the correct side to be going down, is the Richthofen side, for it to be like canon and all that. But like, go down that side and but like you go down that side and you know you be able to you're able to find like all of these, you know, you go down the Richthofen side because that's the right side I believe to go down. And yeah, you know, you go down that side because that's the right, yeah, that's the right side to go down. And you're able to like, I have not played Black Ops 2 in so long, so I'm like struggling to explain this all to everybody. But like, go down that, and you're able to like be able to like you're able to do like all of the important things you need to do in that side. But you do that, and then there's a map on that game called Origins that sets up a whole new version of not the not the transit crew, because the original crew in that game consisted of Edward Richtofen, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, and Takeo Musashi. Well, there's like a whole nother like universe in the whole game, and I think they're called Ultimus, where Richtofen's not as evil as normal. Tank Dempsey doesn't scream constantly, thank God. Nikolai is more like there and put together, and Takeo is still Takeo. It's still like on for the Emperor, or whatever they said back, whatever he said. And like you would, but like you completed a new version of it of with those new characters on a map called Origins. And in Origins, you basically set up a whole new like timeline in a way, because you know you complete the map and all that. And then here comes God. Sorry. And then here comes the greater part. And then you go to this great game, this great lovely game after Black Ops 2 called Black Ops 3, where you go down a different path. So Black Ops 3 is when they add like the squid monsters and all that. So there's this zombies YouTuber his name is Crazy Rabbit, and um, he likes to call them like the hentai squid monsters, which is funny because technically they really do look like it. But you go down that path, and in that game, it you have like the main couple of maps and then the Zombies Chronicles maps. But the Chronicles maps really don't matter. Well, they matter, but they don't matter. If that makes sense, like they matter because like they're remakes of the original maps. Or are they remakes? Or, no, they're remakes. But So the first map is Shadows of Evil, and Shadows of Evil is all about a bunch of mobsters, not mobsters, but a bunch of people who went through like certain circumstances to make them like come out the way they are. You know, there's a boxer who is a dirty boxer who ended up like putting brass knuckles underneath his hand wraps to win a fight. There's a dirty cop. There's a woman trying to be a movie star, but she's like a dancer in like a club, if you would. And then there's a magician who took out more on his wife's life insurance policy after he offed her. And they have this mark on their hand, and they're like in a repeat cycle. Like if you've ever played Mob of the Dead, which is another Black Ops 2 map, that it's another like repeating the cycle map, but you could break this, but the cycle is not really repeated. It gets broken by the end of the game because Richtofen comes and takes this thing called the summoning key because they need the souls of their prim, premise selves, the other versions of their selves, to be able to keep going on and stuff. So then you go to the Giant, which is a remake of Dries, and there's no like big Easter egg on that map. It's just first cutscene, Richtofen shows up, pops his other version of himself, takes his soul, and they dip. I think the second one after that is Dreisendracht. And in Dreisendracht, it's all about like Dreisendracht. I only play on private like invite only session is people egregiously toxic in this game. But in that game, right, the Horizon track, end up you end up getting this. You end up but you end up getting Tank Dempsey's, I guess it's soul. Yeah, you get the other version of Tank's soul, and he God, there's so much to do. But like you end up getting but like you end up getting this. You end up getting King Dempsey's premise soul after doing the Easter egg and all that. Then you go to then you go to Shino Numa. No. Is it Shino? Okay, it's either Shino or Rod Trophy. And in Shino Numa you get a like wounded version of, well, not a wounded version, but like the you basically get Takio, other version, primitive version of Takio's soul too. Like so the goal of that game is like to rack up all the primitive versions of their right in real life. But like you end up getting like their soul, and you're able to, and then you go, then you go to, God, I can't think of the game.
A day like this calls for a little
Nice car, no doubt.
Yeah, then you end up going to, I also want to change this out. But then you end up going to, then you end up going to Garage Trophy, and in Garage Trophy you get the premise version of, you end
A
up getting
new
the premise
luxury
version
car is
of
available to win. Stop by and have a try at the Lucky Wheel.
Nikolai after he like has like a conversation with like stuff with alright.
Purchase a
Oh.
luxury penthouse apartment on site, and you and your friends can party.
We're turning that off because I don't think I can be heard. But like you end up going to
The Diamond Casino and Resort would like to congratulate the
yeah, you
winner
end
of
up
a
going
brand
to
new
Garage
car.
Trophy, getting the premise version of Nikolai's Soul. Then you go to this map called Revelations, and you end up like beating the Shadow Man and the Apothicons and all that. Hang on, I gotta.
Change your status to single? We just fucking broke up last night.
And like you get his and you end up like basically like
I wish I could erase the last year of my life.
you end up like beating the game pretty much. Like there's like no if, no ands, no buts. Like the game's done at that point and everything. But like at the end of it sets up Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4 is so confusing. I couldn't sit there and explain it. But at the end of Black Ops 4, it ends up ending the Ether storyline. And then it opens up this magical new storyline that we're all stuck on. But it ends up, like I said, it ends up setting up Black Ops, like the end of Black Ops 3 ends up setting up Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4, like I said, is so confusing that I do not want to attempt to even explain it. And then you go to Cold War, and that is setting up the Dark Ether storyline. So we go from, well, okay, well, I guess I have to sort of explain Black Ops 4. So at the end of Black Ops 4, there's this map called Togder Totem, and it's a remake of Call of the Dead, if you would. And in that map, you play as, well, the God, frame rate. But you end up playing as these characters called man. How do I open my phone? And okay, it's taking forever. But you end up playing as the transit crew again, and at the end of that game, they well, they die. They're dead. They're promo dead, in a way, sort of. But yes, I'm about to spend 10 grand on this Manta, because this Manta is what I have normally, and I cannot drive in any other car but this Manta. I like the Manta. It drives smooth. But like you end up, like I said, you end up playing as the I'm gonna take the motorcycle to go right now. But you end up playing as the, like I said, you end up playing as, what are they called again, Cameron? The I cannot remember the name of that group. Oh, now I can. God, frames. Frames. The frames. The frame rate keeps dropping. But like you end up playing as the transit crew again in Togder Totem. And in that process of, ooh, yeah, my PC ain't really that good, guys, so, you know, it's gonna look bad in certain spots. I'm sorry to say it. If I can get Fortnite to run again, if I can get Fortnite to run on this thing, guys, then, well, I know I can get Fortnite to run, but if I can get Fortnite to, like, start playing, then I wonder what the weekly challenge is. There's always weekly challenges in this game. Oh, wait, is the... I know, I'm getting off track and doing so many other things when I'm supposed to be explaining the lore of the game to y'all. But... I'm trying to remember what it is. Or how to get it, bruh. Oh wait, no, I think it's in the... I think it's in this. No, it's not. Sorry, I'm trying to find the, there you go. No, not that. How do you get the, you know what? I don't know where it would be. I was trying to get the car wash. It was probably right in my face, and I just wasn't looking at it. But, no, at the end of that game, at the end of Black Ops 4, you play, like I said, you play as the transit crew, you beat that map, and then you go on, and then it ends the Ether storyline. Then you go to the Dark Ether storyline. Well, the Dark Ether storyline is so confusing. So confusing. Like I wouldn't even know where to start explaining wise, like anything. Guess we're gonna go with the compact rifle. Okay, whatever. But like you end up playing, like I said, as the no. Then you go to now we're in the Dark Ether storyline. Well, the Dark Ether storyline has to do with Requiem and I don't remember the other group.
Advise going inside. Not with your reputation for depravity and general aversion to the law. In all seriousness, your countenance is quite discernible, and there are certain of my consociates who will
But
take it upon themselves to exercise their right to
like
use force were they to encounter you.
like it's a big
Friend, Vincent, the LSPD's newest recruit. Let's take a walk. Relax. I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. This is just where the universe put me right now. I mean, I have my path and you have yours. Quite frankly, I don't give a damn
But like
about your
in that game, it's so confusing. It's so confusing just playing the Dark Ether storyline because right now
Check this out.
in Black Ops 7,
You see that misguided
I think
you think he's got
the crew in Black Ops 7 that has to do with Nikolai and well, in Black Ops 7, the original 4 people come back. You know, you have Nikolai, you have Tank, you have Richtofen, and you have Dempsey. They're all back. But they're not the same. They're different versions again, and they don't. So they have like an official name
cops on the take.
through like the zombies community, but I call them the Tempest crew because they don't seem. They just seem.
Clucking Bell Factory in Toledo Bay.
They just seem temporary. It's like a temporary crew, in my opinion.
Not only turning a blind eye,
So I call them Tempest.
facilitate
Well, the Tempest crew
me, the cartel, and the
is
preferably on the back of
was
the
brought back at the end of Black Ops 6 at the end of the final map.
taking out the whole operation. That's why I came.
And oh, guess what? Guess what in Black Ops 7 is happening though? They're trying to retrieve souls again. It's just another soul fetching quest in that game.
These matters. If you raid that
Like
factory,
it's
you
just
find
another
yours to
let's
keep. This isn't about
fetch the souls to
these assholes running the biggest protection racket in the state. That's the kind of
like
status quo I cannot
it's just
provide.
another fetch quest for the souls and
I could provide all
I
of
don't
these
like it. I'm not a fan of it.
names,
I'm not a fan of the fetch quest of soul of like 8 different characters' souls. Cause it's not just the Tempest crew. It's also like another 4 people that can't remember their names because they're not that important to me.
Think about it.
But
If anybody
like
deserves
the Tempest crew and them are trying to like regain their souls.
excellent.
So it's another soul
Now on to
fetching
the
quest.
first order of business. Acquire some funds. And fortuitously, we have files
And
with some money
it's
laundering operations
well,
not far from here.
I would get off the topic of Call of Duty Zombies because I will quite literally end up pulling a YouTube video up and we'll sit there and watch a YouTube video and I'll
I'll call you.
break it down better. You know what?
Assholes, their coffee.
At the end of the stream, when I decide to end it, I will see if I can find like a short, sweet, to the point video of the crew of that crew.
Money launderers on LSPD files with cash to appropriate.
I don't like that.
Investment opportunity. A chance to raise the funds we need to go toe-to-toe with the cartel cop coalition. And as a bonus, you get to disrupt some of your more unsavory competitors. Not to mention, you'll land yourself a handsome reward when this is all over. So, based on your considerable reputation, this is just a normal day at work for you, huh?
Okay, so I don't like the fact that B is punch. And I can like hold X to run. Wait, no, I don't want to be in that car. Oh wait, Okay, so. Sorry, y'all. It's the furthest one away, so we'll go to that one first. But like, but no, let's do this. Oh my god, my phone keeps like sending me like weather updates and all that. I think I got a friend who has a house. Not a house, but an apartment. Oh yeah, I do. She's got an apartment. So she ended up buying an apartment, not in real life, but in the game. She's got her apartment's over here. Let's. But anyways, wow. But no, like I said, I will find it then before I end the stream. I will try to find like a short, sweet video to the point of like the whole. Is that a fireworks launcher? Molotovs? Okay, yeah, but no, I will find like a short, sweet, to the point. God, my sensitivity is so messed up. Hold on. I'm definitely gonna die. I can't mess with the sensitivity right now, y'all. I'm probably gonna end up switching off of this controller and playing keyboard and mouse. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Because I know I can aim with keyboard and mouse. But I don't know what the sensitivity and everything on this is, so. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be fun. Anyways, but yeah, like I said, I will find like a short, sweet, to the point video of like that crew and everything.
I'ma kill you, then I'ma kill your sister.
Like, I need like aim assist or something. What the was aim assist?
I'ma put you down. Need some ammo? Hey, bitch!
But no, like I said, I will try to find a video that explains it to the short, sweet version of it all. And hopefully. Because I highly doubt people want to watch like an hour-long video of.
You motherfucker! Get some cover! You shouldn't have messed with me, you motherfucker! Fuck! You cocksucker! Shit! Get down!
I just dropped my frame so much.
Get out the way!
Hold that. I just shot my bike. Hope I didn't pop a tire. But like, won't find a video that explains it, like, you know, the short, sweet, to the point version of that. And, you know, I promise my aim is not that bad, guys. Oh god, maybe I should switch to a pistol or my heavy revolver so I can just one tap. Come on, peek. Peek it. Peek it. Peek. But yeah, I will try to find a like short, sweet, to the point, like this is how the storyline goes video. And if I can't find it for this stream, then next stream we will definitely start with a short, sweet, to the point, this is how the zombie storyline is video.
Let's consider this forfeiture.
Or like a decent short, sweet, to the point video, because I don't want to find a video that's like explaining it all too quickly, because there's some YouTubers who just sit there and explain it all way too quickly, and they won't tell you everything. They'll just tell you what you need to hear. It's like there's like 8+ hour videos on YouTube of like, this is how the storyline goes, this is what you need to know, and it's like, and all that, which, you know, I don't mind sitting there watching, but I highly doubt y'all want to sit there and watch like a whole 8-hour video or react to an 8-hour video with me of how the zombie storyline really goes. Please don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. But no, this would probably be the last and only mission that we do on this, till I can figure out why my frame rate keeps like I'm having like these like random lag spikes, because I don't know how long I've been streaming for, and I'm hungry and my head kind of hurts and all of that. But I mean, if we die here, then you know it's the end. Then you know, we'll do this all later. You know, it's just a Clucking Bell heist. It's not like it's a important heist. You know, next stream we might be playing Warzone, or you know, we might be able to play Fortnite. Or if I can get Fortnite to load, like after I get done streaming, I might just, you know, start streaming again Fortnite just for the fun of it. I just want to get in the building without dying.
You got nowhere to go. I'm gonna put you down. Move back. Move back. Down. Oh shit. Take cover.
All that just. Oh wait, why am I using that? Impact grenade. That's all I have to say to that one. It's just, because that was pretty pointless of a death. Quit the job. Yeah. You know what, maybe I can get Fortnite to run real quick. Maybe I can, y'all, maybe I can. We'll get off this and we'll see if I can get Fortnite to run one more time. And if we can't, then you know, that's how we end this stream. Because, like I said, the original goal was to really sit here and play Fortnite and talk to y'all, so. I don't want to quit this story mode. I don't know, quit to the main menu. Just had to scroll a little more. I wonder how long I've been streaming for. I think I started at like 10. About 2 hours. 2-ish hours. That's not bad. Not bad at all. If I could get Silent Hill 2 and play it, I would. I would totally. But like I said, if I could get Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2 would not. Oh, it's so dark looking outside. So dark. So dark. I opened up my reels on Instagram just to hear that. Well, let's check the weather, people. Let's see what the weather looks like together. Oh, y'all can't see. Ooh, flashbang again. So is it getting colder or is it getting warmer? Oh. So, right now where I live, which no one will know, except for the people that actually watch me, or will watch this, it says it is 34 degrees outside. That's what it says it is, how cold it is outside. But the real feel, which is the most important part of this all, is the real feel. The real feel says, flashbang myself again. The real feel says it is. I should probably sign into the chat, shouldn't I? So I can be able to read it. But the real feel says it's 22. And it's like the wind is blowing and all that. But it's. What happened to the jack? Okay. Ain't gonna question that. We're gonna try this one more time. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna play Fall Guys. I know. I said we weren't gonna play Fall Guys, but doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to try to play it, right? God, Fortnite is so big. Well, not as big as GTA 5. I might actually get rid of GTA 5 on here. I know, blasphemy. Actually, I end the stream. GTA 5's gone. Yeah, GTA 5's gone. It doesn't run good on my PC. Because I have the enhanced version. I might have to re-download the other version just so that it runs decently. But no, the real feel says it's 22, and it's not supposed to quote unquote start snowing where I live till 5, and it's supposed to like continue to keep like quote unquote snowing all the way until about 4 in the morning. Okay, well then close the game. And we'll just try again. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but it's not supposed to start quote unquote snowing until, oh good lord. The low for tomorrow and Monday is 17 and 16. Great. And Friday it's supposed to snow again. What a wonderful time. What a wonderful world. I get copyright claim or copyright striked if I started singing a song? Actually, I'm not, because every time I think of the song that Louis Armstrong made, I can only think of it's gonna be really messed up that this is the only version of the song that I think of sometimes other than the Louis Armstrong version. But have you ever seen, I think it's a bunch of Japanese dude singing it? Yeah, it's something, I'll tell you that. But yeah, no, it's supposed to be getting cold. But like I said, I don't think it's gonna be to the point where it's like, hey, we're gonna die because of how cold it is, and everybody needs to chill out on that. It's not gonna be another snowpocalypse or anything like that. So we're gonna be fine, people. It's not another snowpocalypse part 2 or whatever, or yeah, or as I should say, it's not another snowpocalypse to it's not, the snowpocalypse to the electric boogaloo or whatever. It's actually gonna be a really decent, probably snowy day. If it snows, it's probably not even gonna be snow. It's gonna be sleet, if anything. If it does snow, or if it snows, it's good. Sorry, I got all my reels because I just wanted to see what's going on and what people are posting right now about this. Oh my god, trees are exploding? What do you mean it can get so cold that trees can explode? That's new. I didn't know that. But like it's gonna it's gonna be cold for a while. I don't think it's gonna snow like everybody's saying it's gonna snow, but like it's not gonna be that bad. It's really not gonna be that bad, and people really need to stop freaking out about it because like the more and more that we freak out about it, the more that something drastic is truly gonna happen. But like I can't, you can't stop people from freaking out and losing their minds because, oh my god, it's snowing, what are we gonna do? Like I've seen on like Instagram of like people quite literally buying like full like carts, just like carts from like Walmart and HEB. If you don't know what HEB is, then you're not from Texas. But like carts just full of like gallons of milk and bread. Like it's COVID all over again with the toilet. Like can somebody explain why everybody and their mother had to buy all the freaking toilet paper during COVID? Hmm? That was ridiculous. Ridiculous right there. that we lost toilet paper. Of all things. Of all things. Of all things. Toilet paper. During COVID. That everybody was freaking out so much that they had to like rack up on toilet paper. Because, you know, as far as I'm aware, I didn't get COVID. As far as, like I said, as far as I'm aware, I didn't get COVID, you know, or anything like that. But what was it with the toilet paper, man? Like, what was it with people taking toilet paper and like hoarding it like they were? I don't get it. It wasn't like I don't remember hearing the coronavirus made you like crap all over yourself. Like I do not remember hearing that was one of the symptoms for COVID. That, you know, that you'd have like uncontrollable diarrhea or something. That was not one of the symptoms that I remember hearing about it. I remember like if you couldn't taste, then you possibly had COVID. If you couldn't taste anything, then you probably had COVID. If you couldn't smell properly, then you probably had COVID. Like I remember if you can't, you probably have like situations. But I don't remember anybody saying anything about uncontrollable boo-booing or uncontrollable like crapping from COVID. I don't remember hearing about that. I don't remember hearing about that. I don't remember hearing or seeing anybody say anything about it. But like people took it upon themselves to buy all of the toilet paper. Like if one person could explain to me why everybody had to buy all of the toilet paper during COVID, or why we were all racking up on the toilet paper during COVID, or why everybody wanted to buy toilet paper during COVID like they did. They explain that, because I don't remember, like, I remember one of the most craziest things that I also heard. Cat Williams talked about this in a special, in one of his comedy specials, that there was a chicken wings shortage. I'm going to say it again, that there was a chicken wing shortage. But they had enough legs. And they had enough thighs and breastises for chicken and all that. You know, they had everything else. But chicken wings. That's making me more hungry talking about this, but I don't care. Like, they had a chicken wing shortage. Like, how do you run out of chicken wings? And like there was a lot that happened during COVID that just astonished me. Like the way that people were, the way that people acted, the like just the egregious things that people did to quote unquote survive during COVID. Like I get it. It was my generation's first like official pandemic, but like I'm old enough to remember the swine flu. Like I remember when the swine flu was like going around and everybody was like, it's a pandemic, and I think it was like 8, like 6 or 8. I don't know, I was real young when the swine flu was a thing, but like Like, that was pandemic. But we didn't shut the world down over it. The world didn't get shut down. And it confuses me still to this day on why we as a society decided that we needed to fully shut the world down. Like, I understand, shutting schools down. I understand shutting certain businesses down like people did. But people just acted so like irrationally during COVID. And like nobody wanted to like do anything properly and all that. It was just, let's all freak out and have like everybody just wanted to freak out and have like the worst time of their lives during it because you know it was a disaster. It was truly a disaster because people just did not know how to, I guess, function. And I blame, okay, well, I don't want to say I blame, but I want to put a lot of the blame on like the older folks, like the older people in our generation, and the older people in the other part of our in the other generation too, because they made it seem like it was gonna be like the end of the world for us. They truly made it seem like it was like the end of the world. I mean, we all made it seem like it was the end of the world. Like, we didn't have to react the way that we did. All we had to do was just, sort of listen to the government. And the government was just telling us, like, hey, don't freak out. Why don't you stay inside? Like, I'm already an inside person. It was just, like, way better for me. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I had a job. I worked at McDonald's at the time. You know? I can go into a whole rant about McDonald's and how I wasted so much time there. Like, I stuck at that job longer than what I should have. I should have just stayed there and then, you know, chunked the deuces a long time ago. Like, I was there like a couple months after I graduated out of high school. Not even a couple months. I want to say almost a year after I graduated high school. I was still working there. And then I went to Amazon. Amazon. Oh god. I can go into a whole. You know what? I'll go into a rant about Amazon. We're going into an Amazon rant right now. So, the likelihood of me actually being able to go back is low because they're not hiring anybody right now. But I worked at Amazon from 2023 all the way to last year. So, in the process of me working for like 2 years, I moved to two different Amazon facilities. The first Amazon facility that I was at was like a small little, like, like the little packages and stuff that you get of, like, earbuds and like a wallet or like controllers and stuff like that. That's what I worked at first. I worked at not a distribution center. They're like a fulfillment center is what it's called, like a normal fulfillment center. Then I moved to what is called an XL fulfillment center. If you ever decide to work for Amazon, the big XL facility, not only does it pay more easier, it is so much easier. Those, oh my god, those are the facilities that I'd work at if I can go back. And I'm saying if I can, only because, like I said, they're not hiring right now. But, like I said, I worked there for 2 years. And in the 2 years that I worked there, I had no problems. No problems with nobody. I had no incidences. Until we got this one guy. I'm not gonna name names. I don't want to put his name out or anything like that. We got this one guy who say that we weren't doing our work and all that, like, and I'll put it like this. I wasn't the best, like, dock worker. I wasn't the best dock worker. I wasn't at all. But you put me on one of the forklifts, my numbers were the greatest on a forklift. Like, there was no problem. I always had the highest pick numbers on a forklift. My dock rate is what sucked. But I got let go. I got let go. Oh god. Oh my god. I got let go. And I got let go because he tried to say that I had 9 hours of TOT, which is time off task. And there's no way in a 12-hour day I had 9 hours every day. Because if I had 9 hours of TOT every day, I would have been fired a long time ago. I would have been fired way before. Way before, like, I got pulled into HR and all that. And so, like, I got fired from there. And I'll tell you, I can tell you how it went. We were at startup. Was having like it was a normal day. I came in like I normally do. It was Thursday because I came in, I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they were all night shifts. And I came in Thursday, did what I normally did, said hey to all the people that I normally said hey to, you know, grabbed a quick snack. I bought a quick snack and I bought an energy drink. It was a daily routine. If I didn't get a snack and an energy drink, then I'd just have my Monster, which was the energy drink of choice. I drink that. I'm in the process of drinking it. I've been dropped off at work. I think I was there for maybe an hour. I was maybe not even a full hour. I was on the clock. I get called. He walks from the front over to who I was hanging out with when I was working there, and he says, "Come with me," and I'm like, "Oh god, oh god." I knew it. It was so crazy. In the pit of my, like, not in the pit of my stomach, but like in my chest, I just had this feeling that I was gonna get fired, and I didn't know why. Luckily, I had that feeling, because that's exactly what happened. I go into the office, and I go into one of the HR people's office, because that's where I was told to go. I get locked in a tiny room. It's like a 4 by. It quite literally was so small that it felt like a jail cell. Never been to jail, but that's what it felt like. And the door gets locked. Now, I'm not one of those people that you can just sit in a room, in a very tiny room, and lock the door. So, my nerves go up. I'm nervous, I'm on edge, I'm on alert. Because I'm like, alright, I know you don't like me. I know you got problems with me, and it's just me and you in this office. What's about to happen? The door gets unlocked. Here comes person from HR. And I'm just like, huh, what is going on? So, HR guy sits down and asks me, do I know what I'm here for? And I look at him and straight up tell him no. I have no effing idea on why I'm here. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, and like I'm like visibly shaking because I'm confused and I don't like being in a small room, especially locked in a small room. So, and the manager, which is the guy that does not like me, or 90% of the people that are still there, because after I got fired, a lot of people quit, because they were like, wow, that's that's not right, he shouldn't have got fired. But anyways, he sits there and tries to explain to me that I have an egregious amount of time off task and that I'm fired. Well, I look at the HR guy because in my mind, I thought HR was the one that was supposed to fire you. So, like the HR guy looks like I look at the HR guy because I'm confused. I'm like, oh, okay, can somebody explain to me like what's actually going on? Because I thought it was a joke. I really did. As I started thinking about it, and I wanted to laugh and just be like, haha, funny joke. All right, I'm going to work. But I didn't, because the HR guy sit there and was like, yeah, you're fired. Well, he didn't say it, but he just had the, yeah, you're fired face. And I was like, okay. So, I gotta take these headphones off. And, I'm just, like, sitting there in, like, disbelief that I got fired. Because there were so many people that when I was working up there that did not do their jobs. Like, so many people that did not do their jobs. But they let go of the one guy who came to work on time, who came back from break on time, who did everything that he was supposed to do. And they let him go. So, I ended up leaving the building, calling my ride, and being like, hey, I got fired, this is what happened, da da da. The whole 9 yards. But like I'm so angry at the fact, and I'm one of those people that like once they get like really really angry and upset, I just start crying because I don't know how to like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to I don't know what the word is. I'll figure it out sooner or later. But like I'm just sitting there so mad at the fact that this happened because like I said, I do my job. I do it like there's no reason this should have happened. So, and you know, months go by, and I'm hanging out with people that I worked with at Amazon off and on, and they're like, it's so weird that you got fired, and like I thought it was supposed to be like thought it was like a 60-day suspension basically, because that's what I was told. That's what everybody told me, that it's like 2 months you can go back. So, waited my 2 months out. They had an opening, same job, same position. I was like, you know what? I'll go back. And it turned out to be a 90-day suspension. It was 90 days. 3 months. And in the time of that, I've been looking for a job. I'm still looking for a job. It's been probably almost close to a year since I've had like a proper job. And it's it's agitating that I lost that job because it was such it paid so good. It paid so good. It was such a good paying job. Like like 21 something an hour. That's what I was making. And I almost got to my 2 year. I was almost to my 2 years. Like if I made it to around Christmas or like my birthday, like I would have already been at my 2 years, and I would have got my 2 year raise, which is what I was waiting for. I was waiting to make that 2 year raise because that 2 year raise put me up to 22 something an hour. Hang on. Is it? But like I was so close to my 2 year raise that it was so it was so agitating to me because I was right there on the cusp of my 2 year raise. That would have put me at 22 something. And it would have helped me being able to save so much more money or save money. Like I wouldn't be in the financial struggle that I'm in. And I find out a couple of months later from a good friend of mine that works at Amazon that I didn't get fired because of my pit times. I got fired because my dock time was low. And I got told too it was because, oh, you're in the bathroom longer than most people. Well, you know, when you gotta take a boo boo, you gotta take a boo boo. So, and but and I'm one of those people that I'm very impatient. If I gotta take a boo boo, I'm going. I'm sorry. There's no if, there's no ands, no buts. I wasn't constantly having to take a boo boo though. That's not the issue. The issue is that every time I needed to go take a crap, there was always one guy in the stall watching TikToks or playing Candy Crush Saga. And I know it was TikToks and Candy Crush Saga because every time you play Candy Crush, it's those stupid sounds in the game it makes. And I know it was TikToks because of the stupid AI TikTok audio voice, AI voice. So, to the guy who was watching TikToks and playing Candy Crush Saga, I hope both sides of your pillow are cold every night. I hope. And I hope you stub your pinky toe on both sides too. Because why, as not a floor, and he wasn't a floor manager, he was the shift leader. The shift leader. who's the shift leader? It's like, dude, you're supposed to set the example. Like, talking about this agitated me just thinking about it. But I've been streaming since like 10 something in the morning, and it's almost been 3 hours since I've been streaming. I am gonna end it here. I hope this was a decent stream. I really do. I'm going to probably stream tomorrow, or maybe again today. I don't know though. This was fun. We didn't talk about much. We didn't play too many games. We didn't do too many egregious things like I thought we were gonna do. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope everybody that ends up watching this in the future, or if anybody did jump into it, because like I have not been paying attention to chat, I have not been paying attention to anything really important that I should have been paying attention to, and that's my fault. I'm new to this, very new to this, but I hope everybody has a good day. If you're in a state that it's snowing and that you're having really bad weather, and stay warm. If your power goes out, I ain't got nothing for that one. I ain't got nowhere to help you with that one, man. If your power goes out, if y'all's power goes out, but no, if you're in a state where it's cold, stay warm. And if you're in a state where it's not cold and raining right now and snowing, you're very lucky. It's very cold in the state of Texas right now. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. Hope everybody has a good day.